In light of recent deaths, reports are saying and suggesting that Floyd Mayweather may not actually come out of retirement this year. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We work. Now sign up for ESPN Plus below using my link. It does help the channel when you guys click on that link. You can sign up for ESPN Plus, which has a lot of great documentaries, docuseries, 30 for 30. You got college football, you got Top Rank Boxing, UFC pay-per-view. You can buy it as a standalone app, or you can bundle it. ESPN Plus with Hulu and Disney Plus, all three of those apps that I personally have, all three of them for $12.99 a month. And, you know, while we're doing the quarantine and chill, it might be a good idea to click on that link and get you guys some entertainment while we're on, you know, quarantine and limited stores and stuff and restaurants are open. So click on that link. It does help the channel. Let's get into the topic. You guys see it. Now, TMZ Sports reporting Floyd Mayweather, quote, likely calling off 2020 fight plans, crushed over deaths, you know, and let's go into it. Says Floyd Mayweather's comeback is off, at least for now, with the boxer telling people he will likely not fight in 2020 in the wake of the multiple personal tragedies and the coronavirus. As we previously reported, 43-year-old Floyd was planning on 2 fights in 2020, one event involving the UFC and another fight against an established, respected boxer. But sources close to Floyd tell us Mayweather's reeling after both his ex Josie Harris and his uncle Roger Mayweather died in the span of a week. And the last thing on his mind is fighting. Floyd has 3 children with Josie, who died unexpectedly last week while in her car in front of her home in Valencia, California. In fact, she was found by one of their children. Oh, wow. I never even knew that part of it. Wow. Uncle Roger, who was also Floyd's trainer, had been ill for a while, but we're told Floyd was extremely fond of him and is having a tough time accepting that he's gone. On top of all of that, we're also told that Floyd was crushed by the death of his friend Kobe Bryant. He took that one particularly hard. In other words, he's dealing with a lot right now, and it would be extremely difficult for him to focus on boxing. Plus, with the Rona pandemic still in full swing and so many events being canceled or postponed, it's unclear when Floyd would be able to lock down a fight date in 2020 anyway. As always with Floyd, the situation is fluid, and he's been known to change his mind when it comes to major career decisions. But as of now, this is where his head is at. Now, TMZ, they said they have a source, so, you know, we're just going off of that. I just got to send my condolences to the Mayweathers and Floyd. This is really TMZ, you know, they hit the nail on the head. This is a lot. You know, this is a lot for anyone. And I know Floyd is mentally strong because he showed that in his career, right? You know, little things that happened in his career, like he knew he was going to prison for a period of time before the Cotto fight. So that's just a lot of pressure. You got to fight a Hall of Famer like Cotto. Plus, you know, you have to do a bid after. You know, we see him just being on top for 22 years, dealing with the racism, the double standards, the things that new media fights for, and, you know, being at the helm of it all. And fights like what you see on the screen with Pacquiao getting whooped. And, you know, he never lost his cool. But I have to admit, these recent tragedies, you know, this is a lot for any one person to have to deal with. And it's also, you know, close together in proximity. Like, you had the Kobe in late January, then you had Josie Harris, you know, last week, and then 5 days later, his uncle, who was his trainer. And like this article says, we know he loved Roger, you know, to the point where, you know, and I'm not trying to stir anything up or old feelings because they've buried the hatchet and gotten past it. But I remember seeing on 24/7, and, you know, he got in a real big and bad, nasty argument with his dad. And he's like, "You ain't my trainer. You ain't my trainer. That's my trainer. Roger Mayweather, he my trainer. And, you know, and he was like cussing at his dad and stuff like that. He's like, you ain't nothing. You ain't my trainer. He said, you was in prison. My trainer, Roger, you know. But obviously they've since, and he closed out his career with Floyd Sr. So that was good to see, because Floyd Sr. got him into it and got the family into boxing. So he closed his career. So everything's good there. But this is maybe when he was fighting Ricky Hatton, or, you know, it was on one of the 24/7s. They weren't seeing eye to eye at that time. And, you know, he always stood by Roger. I really always thought that Roger, you know, another reason, I don't know. I think it was multiple reasons. One, I think Floyd started his career with his dad, so he kind of wanted to end it with his dad. The other thing is, I think he was trying to work on strengthening his relationship with his dad. And I also think it was partly because Floyd, you know, he kind of knows what to do. When you get good like a Floyd Mayweather or Andre Ward, you kind of train yourself, because even in the Pacquiao fight, I think Floyd Sr. was saying, hey, go bop, 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 and do this and this. And he's like, Dad, I can't do that like that, you know. Like, this dude's quick. Like, like chill. Like, you know, I can't get too aggressive and too crazy. So Floyd knows what to do. He don't even really technically at this point, you know, 43 years old, he don't really even need a trainer, so to speak. And the other issue is, I think part of it was Roger's failing health. He was like getting real sick with, I think he had diabetes and stuff like that, man. Huge loss, the Black Mamba, both of them. Kobe, 8, number 24. And now his uncle, and then, you know, the mother of his 3 kids. And I didn't know that one of the kids actually found the mom. That makes it even more tragic, you know. So I know Floyd got money, but money doesn't replace a parent. You see what I'm saying? It's like, so what I'm saying is, I know he has money, so the kids are going to be set for life type thing, but you can't replace the parent. So, you know, you're still, obviously it'd be hard to be a single parent where, you know, you're struggling and stuff. And that's not Floyd's case, but it's a struggle just because that, you know, one of their parents is gone. You know, it's crazy stuff here. So I can't even blame Floyd if he decide not to come back. You know, there's just 2020 has been off to a real rough start, people. The Rona, all of this, Kobe, I mean, Black Mamba, Josie Harris. It's just been one thing after another. So I can't even blame him if he listen. I respect and I'll support whatever he does, because, like I said, this is a heavy load for any person. Floyd got to do what's right for him. You know, this is just so much going on. You don't know. You know, you have to try to dial in, because he's been out since McGregor. Couple years, he's 43. You never know, you know, whoever you fight, their life might not consist of, and it probably doesn't consist of all these things that have happened to you, these recent tragedies and stuff. So they're gonna just be trying to take your head off, and, you know, whatever he does, I'll support. I did see something where Khabib Nurmagomedov was saying, like, do 10 rounds of boxing and then 1 round or 2 rounds of MMA, something like that. So I'm gonna let Floyd sit on this. Obviously everything just happened, it's so fresh, so people should leave him alone, and he just got to process things on his own. So whatever he decides in this given situation, I'll support. If he feels ready to come back, like he was intending to come back, and wants to do this later in the year, you know, when the year comes down, then I'll respect it. If he decides to bow out and say, like, man, I'm not coming back, you know, or not this year, then I respect that too. But, you know, you have to be watchful and mindful of Father Time, you know, especially years out of the ring and stuff like that. But Floyd got skills, and he's an intelligent, thinking mind, so he knows what's best for him. Let me know what you guys think. Very unfortunate situations, like all these recent situations have actually, you know, I felt them. I'm not trying to be rude to other past celebrity deaths, but certain celebrity deaths hit you worse, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like so relatable. Like for me, Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, Prince, Michael Jackson, you know, certain Whitney Houston. There's just certain people, they have such a crazy impact. You feel like you knew them. You know, Paul Walker, That was a big one for me. It just felt weird, you know. Now Kobe Bryant was a huge one, and Roger Mayweather. You know, it's been sad. But we'll see. Hopefully, we get some sunny days after all these rainy days that we've been having in 2020. Everybody take care. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.